go ahead and check the mics because I need to play something for you because I try to do in my interviews on video and John Slaughter is screwed with the camera and the audio is kind of screwed up. All right, here comes sound check number one. John, sound check. Preston versus Pocatello. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, take two. Sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sound check number two.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KAC.
When it comes to all things electric,
At Farm Bureau Insurance.
it's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial. And welcome back here to the Polar Bear pregame shows. It's time to step into the coach's corners. We'll talk with Drew Jones for a couple of minutes. Our pregame interview with the coach brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners. Well, the last game against Century, it's been a week ago. It doesn't seem like that way. You go that long without playing the game. But as you think back to that game, it was a W in the end, but it certainly didn't come that easy.
No, I think that's the hardest part right now this time of year. The schedule is set up where we had one game in the last 2 weeks of the regular season, and then where we had to buy the first round, we waited another week. So we've been sitting a lot, practicing a lot, and it's good we're fresh and healthy, but you also like to be sharp and continue to play right now. So Century, we did enough to win, but obviously it wasn't terrific performance,
right.
And a lot of things that we need to do better tonight here against Pocatello.
So the one thing that Century did to us, they rolled out a zone defense in the second half. It made it pretty difficult. It really kind of knocked us off our rhythm.
Yeah, we extended 2-3, and we settled for a lot of threes early and had a hard time getting the ball inside and weren't real patient. Threes are a great thing if they're falling, but if they're not, you've got to be patient, move the ball, and get the ball inside, and then sometimes you get a couple inside and it'll open it up outside, and we've got to be more patient, and we've got to execute against the zone.
All right, so Pocatello. It's time for more great local high school sports action. We'll join the My Local Radio Sports Network coming up in 20 seconds from Mark. Everything is set. We're ready for another great sports broadcast on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Coming up in 10 seconds from Mark. Enjoy what should be another great broadcast coming up in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Polar Bear pregame show. Coming up, we'll have details on the upcoming game. We'll visit with the coach, and we'll look at the other games going on around the area. It's all on the Polar Bear pregame show. The Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Grab some for lunch today or stop by after the game. Polar Bear Burgers and Shakes on State Street at the south end of the city of Preston. Well, a very pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Preston Gym as tonight the Indians get together with the Pocatello Thunder as they'll wrestle around here in Game 2 of the district tournament. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. Glad to have you with us here tonight. John Beverly back in the studio as our studio engineer tonight, and Don Hubbard here as our stage manager here at Preston Gym. The Indians come in. They'll are the home team and the number one seed, having won the conference. They come in at 17-4. They've won 3 in a row and 11 of their last 12 coming into the game. For Pocatello, they beat Century the other night handily at the pit. They're 17-5 on the year. They come in having won 2 in a row and have won 6 of 8 getting ready for tonight's game. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Lyle will join me momentarily coming up in just a couple of minutes. We'll have some news and notes about tonight's game, and we'll do that as we continue on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Hey Preston, looking for a cool spot to chill and grab some awesome food? Head to the Hangout at 23 South State Street. We're not just a restaurant, we're your go-to spot to hang with your family and friends. Pool tables, games, great vibes, and the same amazing pizza you loved from the Slice. Swing by the Hangout today.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. And welcome back here to Preston Gym as we get ready for tonight's game. It's time for our news and notes segment brought to you by North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. You'll find them on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Well, Lyle Fuller joins me on the broadcast here this evening as he does throughout the year. This is when it gets fun. It's playoff time.
Yeah, the last time we played Pocatello here with the district tournament seating on the line, it felt like a playoff game because the crowd was here in full force and both teams played really hard. But this is it. This is the real deal, as you said, and this is determined who gets to go to state. Of course, Pocatello has represented our district in state the last 2 years, and the Preston Indians would very much love to end that trend, and it would take a big step forward if they can get a win tonight.
You always hear it in baseball. It's hard to beat the same team 3 times. Nobody ever talks about 4 times, but that's what Preston's going to have to do if they want to qualify for state.
Yeah, you said it, and it's a true double elimination tournament, so we'll have to beat Pocatello 2 times, and they'll have to beat us 2 times in this tournament to make it to state. And I'm not forgetting about Century. There is another team in the district. They're a little down this year, though, and Pocatello handled them pretty easily Tuesday night in the first game of this district tournament. So really, not to discount Century entirely, but this tournament probably comes down to Pocatello and Preston, who can beat who twice. And it's always easier to win on your home floor. I think your kids tend to shoot better. Maybe you get a little friendlier whistle on the home floor, maybe not. As we've talked about before, there are not any varsity certified refs in Franklin County. They all come from the Pocatello area to ref our games. So maybe we get a better whistle, maybe we don't. But your guys are more comfortable. You have the crowd on your side, the band, the cheerleaders, all that. And so hopefully you play well at home, and the Indians have a chance to do that tonight.
The big story around Pocatello coming into the game tonight was in the final game of the regular season back last week, a week ago. Julian Bowie got kind of nicked up in the first quarter, hurt an ankle a little bit, left the game against Century, the first meeting against them, and didn't come back the rest of that game. He didn't dress for the playoff game last Tuesday, so he hasn't played now in 7 quarters. But he was out there shooting a little bit tonight before the game started, or before we went on the air.
Yeah, and obviously if Bowie can't go, that would be a big story and a big blow to Pocatello, as he's their star guard and the reigning 4A Player of the Year in the state of Idaho. But I expect he'll play tonight, and maybe they didn't really need him against Century. They handled him pretty easily without Bowie in the lineup. And I'm sure they're just being cautious. Obviously, he's a kid who has a future in basketball. He's got a full ride to Boise State to play basketball. They're going to be cautious with that foot, I'm sure, but I would expect to see Bowie out there tonight for Pocatello.
As we continue here on the Polar Bear pregame show, we'll talk to Coach Jones coming up in a few minutes. We'll also visit with Drew Jones, one of the 4 seniors on the team, and we'll look at the other games going on around the district playoffs. We'll do all that as we continue here on the pregame show on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on mylocalradio.com.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. And welcome back here to the Polar Bear pregame shows. It's time to step into the coach's corners. We'll talk to Drew Jones for a couple of minutes. Our pregame interview with the coach brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners. Well, the last game against Century, it's been a week ago. It doesn't seem like that way. You go that long without playing the game. But as you think back to that game, it was a W in the end, but it certainly didn't come that easy.
No, I think that's the hardest part right now this time of year. The schedule is set up where we had one game the last 2 weeks of the regular season, and then where we had to buy the first round, we waited another week. So we've been sitting a lot, practicing a lot, and it's good we're fresh and healthy, but you also like to be sharp and continue to play right now. So Century, we did enough to win, but obviously it wasn't a terrific performance, right. And a lot of things that we need to do better tonight here against Pocatello.
So the one thing that Century did to us, they rolled out a zone defense in the second half. It made it pretty difficult. It really kind of knocked us off our rhythm.
Yeah, we extended 2-3, and we settled for a lot of threes early and had a hard time getting the ball inside and weren't real patient. Threes are a great thing if they're falling, but if they're not, you've got to be patient, move the ball, and get the ball inside, and then sometimes you get a couple inside and it'll open it up outside, and we've got to be more patient. Got to execute against the zone.
All right, so Pocatello knocks off Century on Tuesday, so Pocatello comes here tonight. Let me ask you a couple of things about that game as you look back on. I know you said the team sat here and watched that same zone defense really didn't hardly bother Pocatello at all.
Yeah, no, they have multiple guys who can shoot it, and then the big kid, they did a really good job getting the ball inside to him. He's a handful, especially if he gets it right around the basket. So we're gonna, probably not play much zone though. So we're gonna, man a lot. We're gonna have to do a good job taking away the open looks and being physical inside with them.
But we've played Pocatello twice. We've beaten them twice by a total of 11 points between the two games. So we've done a lot of things right against them the first two meetings this year.
Yeah. They're still in the Max Preps poll. They're ranked number 1. We're ranked number 2, and in the media poll 2 and 3. So we're battling. The regular season set us up. We're at home now. A great opportunity in front of us, but we also know, they've been in the state championship the last 2 years and have most of their guys back and a very talented team. We're going to have to give our best effort tonight.
Apparently, Julian Bowie got nicked up in the first quarter of the game last Friday against Century. Didn't play the rest of that game, so he comes into the game tonight. If he plays, which I certainly assume he will, he hasn't played for 7 straight quarters coming into the game.
Yeah, I know he kind of tweaked it a little bit, and they've just been resting him for this game, where it's such a big game. So I expect him to play tonight and be 100%. And he's such a talented player. Jake's done an outstanding job on him both the first 2 games, but he's such a good player. He's going to get some shots. We just can't give him the easy ones, make him earn them. Can't let him get to the foul line where he gets easy ones, and then just make him work for him. And Jake's done that, but we got to keep Jake on the court. He can't get in foul trouble tonight.
Gage Onoveros is the other big guy, the big 6'11" guy in the middle for them. He can be such a troublemaker. We like to get the ball down low for layups, but then there's the big guy standing there and tries to knock it back at you.
Yep, he's 6'11" and really skilled around the basket, and his length causes us some problems for sure. So 2 things. I thought the second time we played, he only had 9 points, and we did a much better job on him. We've got to keep him away from the basket, and we've got to get physical and beat him. If we do that, then it doesn't give those easy ones around the hoop, and then we've got to use his speed and his size against him too. If we can run on him when he's in, He doesn't move real well, so we've got to take advantage of that. When he's in the game, if we can beat him down the court, then you don't have to go against that size.
They're probably as fast as we are. I almost want to say probably a little bit more physical than we are up and down the floor as well.
Yeah, I think we match up really well. The area also that we have an advantage, I think our guard line, we're bigger than their guards other than Bowie. So Jake, Reggie are going to have a small guy on at times. So we've got to try to get them, around the basket, posting them up, get them attacking the basket. And then I thought the first two games, they maybe are a little more physical, but I thought we were a little tougher and making tough plays. And I think tonight, whatever team makes those tough plays, the hard plays, is more physical, is going to have a big advantage.
Reggie and Cruz have been such a big part, an important part of this team for the entire year. We really need both of them to step up tonight.
Yeah. I thought last game we had a great contribution from the bench. Everybody gave a little, and that went a long way, and we did that tonight too. But we need our studs to be studs too. And Reggie, he can score the basket, mid-range, point line. Cruz is really good at getting to the basket. Last game, he actually, when they doubled him, he made the right play and got tight in some easy buckets. So it's going to take a team effort tonight, but we need to play well for sure.
Another big part of your team are the guys who aren't on the court. We're talking about everybody sitting in the stands and standing along the railing. That last game against Pocatello here, there wasn't an empty seat in the house and no place to stand and watch. Are you ready for that kind of atmosphere?
I expect the same thing. It's going to be standing room only, and that's what makes this place so special. Over the years, no one likes to come here. Everybody, it's a great home court advantage. And our community's been great at supporting us, and we expect that tonight. And we're really going to need them. They got to be loud and really give us a lift.
Well, hopefully that's exactly what will happen. Best of luck tonight against Pocatello.
All right, thank you. It should be a fun one.
Drew Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have a special guest mentioning Drew Jones. We'll talk to the senior point guard, Drew Jones, when we come back right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and West Side activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs. And welcome back here to the Polar Bear pregame show. The Indians get ready to take on the Pocatello Thunder coming up in just a few minutes. Last week was senior night as Preston got a chance to say goodbye and thank you for very important seniors. One of them, this guy right here, our next guest here on the pregame show, Drew Jones. First of all, thanks for taking a few minutes to join us here on the pregame show. Can you believe that your senior year of high school is practically over and your life will be moving on?
Yeah, no, it feels just like yesterday. I was coming in as a freshman, having to fight for my minutes, and now here I am, a senior, about ready to leave and go on to real life.
What has your senior year been like, both on the court and off the court?
On the court, I've spent a lot more time in the gym this year than I ever have, because I feel like this is the most important year to me, and this is what I've been waiting my entire career for, is this final senior year. And off the court, it's been pretty busy too, with senior projects and getting admission papers and college stuff and all of that. It's been very good.
That's great. So you're planning on going on a mission?
Yes, I've already got my call to Jacksonville, Florida.
Very good. Congratulations. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is there any point of your 4 years here at high school, when you think back over all of those, is there a play, a game, anything that might really dictate on how your 4 years of high school have gone?
I would say my sophomore year when we played Hillcrest, and it was overtime, and they trusted me with the ball, final shot, and I pump faked, and then shot it and hit it at the buzzer to send us into overtime again. So against Hillcrest, that would probably be my favorite play.
That's interesting because I had a different one come to mind. Mine was earlier than that. The championship game was your freshman year. You had the ball against Middleton and just kind of shot one from the top of the key at the buzzer as time was expiring in the game. You made what seemed like at the time a meaningless three-pointer. We still lost that game by 2, but it really set up what became a very good career for you here at Preston.
Yeah. I feel like that freshman year, getting to play a little bit and gain that experience gave me a lot of confidence going into the next 3 years.
Before senior night, we asked your dad what it was like to coach his son, and we talked about how this is the whole group of kids that he's been kind of with about since second grade, going into weekend tournaments and things. What's it been like to play for your dad?
Well, it's definitely been a roller coaster because I go home and it's basketball, I come here and it's basketball. So whole life has been basketball, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's having him as my coach. It's been the best experience. I love basketball because of him. So.
I mean, because I get here early sometimes for practice, and you're in here shooting, and usually there's 2 guys passing you the ball. One of them is Coulter Moffitt, and the other one's your dad.
Yep.
So he's just as involved as making you successful as you're trying to make yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's a very special thing to have family and sport you love as well.
Good. Let's talk a little bit about Pocatello, of course, coming up tonight here at Preston Gym. You've beaten them twice already this year. If you have any good designs of going to state, you're going to have to beat them twice more. What's it like playing against them?
Well, that's the thing is you never know what can happen because both teams are great teams. And what makes it difficult is only one of them can go to state, so both teams are fighting for everything that they have. And that's the hard part. It's a battle every time, and you never know who's going to win.
And most of the times against Pocatello, they put Julian Bowie on you. That makes the assignment a little bit tougher.
Yeah, because he's the best player in Idaho, so that makes everything harder.
Yeah, exactly. Drew Jones, our guest here, as we count our way down to the tip-off with Pocatello here tonight. You know, as you look back, could you have written a better story for you here at Preston, the way things have gone over the 4 years?
I really don't think I could have. I couldn't. Everything is gone. It's kind of gone with the flow and let things happen. It's been great.
I mean, you've got it. Just, you talk about the perfect situation. Your dad is with you. Your mom is at every game. Your family, your grandparents. They sit just a couple of rows up, but just right next to me. So I know they're there, and I know they're rooting you on night in and night out.
Yeah. No, it's a family sport, really. That's all it is. It's a family thing.
So, yeah. In fact, I didn't even mention your other grandpa, who's a long time coach, and your uncle as well. So, graduation coming up just around the corner. Be here before you know it. You're going to Jacksonville, Florida, on your mission. What about post-mission? What's in line? What's in store for Drew Jones?
After the mission, I'm definitely going to go to college and get an education and something. I don't know what yet, and maybe play college basketball if the opportunity comes. But just looking to get life started.
Any designs on going into education like mom and dad?
Probably not.
So you heard it here first, Coach and Sister Joe. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun getting to know you, watching you over 4 years. I can't believe the 4 years are almost over either. The way things have gone. It's one thank you again for taking a few minutes and chatting with us. And best of luck here tonight.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
It's Drew Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at other games going on in the district tournaments around the state. We'll do that as we continue on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
People often.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
When it comes to
across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. Well, welcome back here to Preston Gym. It's just about game time as the Indians and the Pocatello Thunder get ready to square off. Lyle, we got a minute before they get to the national anthem. What do the Indians need to do to be successful tonight?
Well, in a sense, more of the same, right? Having come in, beat them twice so far this year, but control the nerves and control the turnovers that sometimes come with nerves. And then I think it comes down to defense and rebounding, and trying to keep Bowie in check. You're not going to just keep him off the scoreboard, but try to make him work for his shots. Try to keep him under 20 points. I think we can do those things that'll bode well for the Indians here tonight.
We'll meet the Indians. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tap. They're all coming up next on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When buying a vehicle, you want the process to be straightforward and the financing simple. At West Motor and West Motor Ford, that's exactly the way that you'll be treated. They also understand that accidents can happen and maintenance will be needed. When you find yourself in need of body and paint work, windshield repair, work under the hood, or under the vehicle, West Motor would love to help you out and earn your trust. Turn to West Motor and West Motor Ford in Preston and Hyde Park.
WestMotorCompany.com. Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
It's time to meet tonight's starting lineup for the Preston Indians. The starting lineup is brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Drew Jones, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Cruz Harris, Junior, Preston, Idaho. Reggie Larson, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Kason Bryce, Sophomore, Preston, Idaho.
Jake Schumann, Junior, Treasurton, Idaho.
Titan Knapp, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Coulter Moffitt, Senior, Whitney, Idaho.
Carson Winder, Senior, Weston, Idaho.
To find out how Webb Funeral Home can be of service to you in your time of need, call 208-852-0533 or check out their website at webbmortuary.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
And now welcome back here to Preston Gym, as once again it's time now to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game as we're getting ready to introduce the Indians. It'll be the usual five: Titan Knapp, Reggie Larson, Jake Schumann, Cruz Harris, and Drew Jones. Starting lineup tonight for the Pocatello Thunder, as we expected, Julian Bowie will start tonight. Dre Contreras will get a start tonight as well. He is a senior. It's going to be senior Kessler Vaughn, who is such a tough player. Parker Smith will start. He is a senior, and the senior is Gage Ontiveros as they start five seniors in the game here tonight. I want you to think about this, Lyle, as we get ready to get this game started. Pocatello and Preston combined for 34 wins this year, 17-17. Just two districts in the entire state have two teams that will combine for more wins than that. The 1A Rocky Mountain Division, they combined for 37 wins, and the 5A Southern Idaho Division, which is basically the Boise Valley, they had Olani and Timberline. They combined for the most wins in the state in any one district at 38.
Wow. Well, it speaks to the strength of these two programs, and we'll beat the drum one more time and say it's a darn shame that both programs can't make it to the state tournament. In that, at least in my humble opinion, they're both worthy to be in the state tournament. But we got to play them as they're dealt, and only one will get to go this year.
Indians in white, Pocatello's in red, as Gage Ontiveros will control the tip backwards as it comes to Bowie. In the front court, it comes to Vaughn. Ontiveros up to the top of the key to receive it there. Contreras looks at a three right away, and up over, and the rebound is controlled there by the Indians as they get it to Jones quickly up into the front court. Jones will back it back out, works against Contreras, bounce it down low. Harris wants to drive on Smith as Kessler Vaughn comes from behind and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Pocatello's going to double Harris in the post probably most of the night. You saw it there. Contreras Vaughn came down and knocked it away.
The Indians get it in as it comes into Jones. To Schumann along the right side. Get it back out to Harris. Wants to go left with it. Nobody there. Now it is Larson to come up to get it. Give it back to Jones. Now back to Harris. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They lob it down low as it's knocked away as Oliveros knocked it away and got it to Bowie. Cookie up into the front court. Contreras thought about the three, didn't take it. Comes back to Vaughn. He'll bump into Jones, pull it back to the top of the key. Finds himself in traffic, so he kicks it back out to Bowie. A three from straight away is good. Julian Bowie hits the three.
Contested three. Schumann was right there. Bowie just rose and fired.
He has incredible range. I've watched him during pregame. He was making them from the logo in the middle of the court. As Harris gets down low, the baseline, tried to flip it inside. Knocked away again by the Thunder. Here comes Vaughn again. Harris gets a hand on it, knocks it away. It's going to roll into the back court. And timeout quickly taken by the Pocatello bench because they had Smith on the ground and two Indians trying to take it away. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it as well. The timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in and improve your look today at 12 North State Street in Preston. This is the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Joe Green forced to burn a timeout just a minute and a half into the game. So the ball stays with Pocatello. However, Bowie overran the ball as it comes to Schumann. Lays it off to Harris. Down low in a crowd. Reverse layup is good.
Alert steal by Schumann. He would have had a forced shot. Good unselfish play to get it to Harris. Now they got it down low.
Smith in the left corner. Ontiveros at the left block. Give it back to Smith. Flip it up in the air, no good. Ontiveros taps it back out, but it comes to Larson. Larson back up in the front court. Wants to spin, turn, shoots, hit it. Preston has a lead.
Pretty shot.
The common denominator in the first quarter of the first two games was Preston got off to a quick start. As the shot no good by Bowie. Ontiveros misses the little gimme, taps it, and it's going to go back to the Indians.
About 8 different arms pointed which way they thought the ball should go. The referee's arm's the only one that counts, and it'll go to the Indians.
They pointed every direction except Tacoma.
Right.
So here comes Jones back up in the front court. Jones along the right side, works there against Contreras. Looks down inside, can't go there. Give it back outside to Schumann. He wants to drive. Ontiveros pops out on him, so they go back down low. Goes to Knapp as Ontiveros blocked it from behind. Contreras able to pick it up, gets it ahead to Bowie, back up in the front court. Bowie around the corner on the right side, flips it up in the air, can't get it to go down. Bowie goes down under the basket, but he gets up gingerly and makes his way back up the floor. Schumann has it back up in the front court for the Indians, drives all the way, laid up around Ontiveros and in.
Right over the 6'10" Ontiveros, great layup.
Schumann had 15 in the last game with Pocatello here a couple of weeks ago. Vaughn across the top of the key, down onto the right block, tries to go up and he's fouled. He leaned into Jones and Jones just had his arms out and he jumped into him.
Yeah, we watched this matchup last time and Vaughn drew some fouls on Jones on those drives when they played last time.
The officials in the game against Century on Tuesday, they actually cracked down a little bit on Pocatello where they leading with their forearm as Vaughn makes the first free throw.
That's first foul call on either team here.
Vaughn's second. He makes them both. And it's 6-5. Preston with the lead. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter. Larson will bring it up the floor here for the Indians. Over onto the right side. Free throw line extended. It goes there to Schumann. Bowie on him. Bounce it back down to Larson on the block as he backs it on Vaughn. Swing it back outside out to Harris. Harris with Smith on him, wants to drive. Gets cut, double teamed there by Bowie. Back to Schumann, looks at a three, good. Took his time, pretty stroke, and blocking foul on Jones. That's Jones, 2 on Drew.
2. Wow.
They said he was blocking Vaughn, trying to run out of the backcourt. Yep. So Drew's going to have to leave as they'll bring in Coulter Moffitt. 9-5, Preston with the lead. In the corner, Smith, a three of his own is good. Parker Smith gets on the board, a three. Preston back to a 1-point lead at 9-8 as we go under 4 minutes to play. Schumann out near the timeline, Bowie on him, goes down the right side, gives it off there to Larson. Free throw line extended, turns, faces up on Vaughn, gets it back down low to Schumann. Can't get a shot, get it outside to Harris. Harris spins, shoots over Ontiveros and hits it. Quickly, they'll come back up the other way as it comes to Vaughn, lay it up and in. Preston's got to hurry down the floor.
Yeah, Harris was there to pick up the charge, but they didn't call it. Harris had position. They just said incidental contact. Now Bowie all over Schumann out high.
As Schumann kind of backed into Bowie. Bowie tried to draw a little attention from the officials, but they weren't buying it. As Harris down on the block, goes up and around Ontiveros and hits it again.
I love seeing this aggressiveness. Oh, all the way back down again quickly. Wow.
Ontiveros with his first two buckets. So right now it's going to be who's going to have 5 tongues hanging out of their mouth the fastest.
Yeah, Pocatello pulling the ball off the net on the made basket and fast breaking.
3-pointer from the corner. That is by Moffitt. That's no good. Rebound is off to Smith. They'll give it to Vaughn quickly back up into the front court. Ahead of the pack, Vaughn dribbles it off his foot. He's going to go back and get it. Ontiveros was ahead of everybody. Looked calling for the ball. They couldn't get it. Contreras down low, back to Ontiveros, lay it in. 4 quick points for Ontiveros as once again Pocatello moves back out in front. It's 14-13 with 2:15 to play.
Yeah, and those shots were at point blank range. Knapp would like to try to keep him further away from the basket, not let him set up right there.
He had 24 points the other night against Century as the 3-pointer by Contreras is no good. Vaughn has the rebound. He'll push on the run, coming up the floor. Stops, top of the key, pops a 3. It's short as the rebound's off to Schumann. Quickly will run the other way. Schumann spits, goes around Bowie for the layup.
Schumann is tricky on those layups. He can make them with either hand, reverse on either side. Snuck that one in.
Lead changes again as Indians lead 15-14. Bowie for a 3. No good. Moffitt has the rebound as Contreras tries to sneak in behind him to take the ball away. Schumann tries to go around Bowie again. There's Contreras to try to strip it away. They double team him in the corner, but it's going to stay with the Indians.
They were smacking him around on both wrists. No call.
As we're going to get like a hockey line change in here for Pocatello. They're going to send 3 players in as May, Romrell, and who was the last one that came in?
Let's see, number
24. It's Leonard.
Pocatello has 8 seniors on the roster, Dan. 5 who start and 3 more off the bench.
Harris fakes the handoff, wants to go around Smith, lays it off. Oh, good move. Oh, they tried to get it to Winder just into the game, but he missed the layup, but he was fouled. Foul's going to go against Ty Romrell just into the game. He gets his first called against him. And Carson Winder will go to the free throw line. First one by Winder is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen in Preston. Set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Remember, they now have an office in Pocatello as well.
Like tremendous fast pace here the first quarter. You see guys kind of grabbing their knees and their chests are heaving up and down, trying to struggle for air.
Winder makes them both. Preston's lead is 3 with 1 minute to play in the quarter. May wants to drive, gives it off. Romnall drives, kick it off in the corner. Back out to May. Comes back to Smith on the right side. May now back to Vaughn again. He'll look at a 3. That's short. It's an air ball. Romnall caught it, ran into a man and lost the ball. Picked up by Harris. Harris back up the floor, spins. Smith goes flying, trying to draw the charge as the ball goes to Winder for the easy layup. Preston leads by 5 with 35 seconds left in the quarter. Vaughn down low. His shot no good. And Winder's got another rebound. As they give it off to Larson. Shot clock is off. 24 seconds left in the quarter. Jones is saying one shot so they'll hold the ball. As May comes out to check on Schumann out near the timeline. Game clock down to 10 seconds left here in the quarter as they give it off to Larson. Back to Schumann with 8, with 7, with 6. Comes around Leonard in the corner. It goes to Moffitt. Looks at a 3. Good at the buzzer.
What a shot. Coulter Moffitt, big time fadeaway 3 at the buzzer. The end of the first quarter.
Great end of the quarter for the Indians. They go off leading 22-14 after the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. And playing this weekend at the Worm Creek, you'll want to go see Austin Singley, Hypnotist, playing tomorrow and Saturday nights at the Worm Creek Theater. Preston has the ball to start the second quarter and an 8-point lead, 22-14. As it comes to Larson, punched away by Smith, but punched out of bounds by Smith, and it'll stay with the Indians. The second quarter brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Use the code KCH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Remember, you can shop online at butterflyexpress.shop as Bowie takes the ball away.
Yeah, Larson dribbled in, then turned his back to 2 defenders, and easy pickings to pull that one away.
May into the front court. He'll give it back to Contreras. Now back to Bowie. Lob it inside, back to Ontiveros. Back outside, it comes to Smith. Now back to Bowie, top of the key. Wants to drive, can't. Give it back to Contreras. A 3 from the left side is no good. Rebound is out inside. Winder's got it again. Quickly up the floor. It goes to Moffitt. Lay it up and in.
That's a great push ahead.
Preston leads by 10. 24-14. Not quite a minute gone here in the second. Smith for a 3. No good. Tapped. Kick back out. Comes back to Bowie. A 3 from straight away is good.
Too bad. 2 Preston guys were there, fought each other for the rebound, then it goes to Pocatello.
Bowie with a pair of 3s, has 6 in the game. Harris back up in the front court here for the Indians. He'll wait, let the offense settle. Bounce it down to Moffitt, down on the right block, turns inside, whistle and travel before the shot.
They're trying to take advantage of the size mismatch Moffitt had on the defender.
Tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925.
So Knapp will come back in. Winder goes out, having given very good minutes here for Carson Winder. 4 points and 2 or 3 rebounds in the time he was in.
So Bowie back up in the front court. Minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Preston leads 24-17. Down low, it goes to Ontiveros. Can't get a shot in the paint. Kick it back to Vaughn. Has it in the corner. A foul on the three-pointer, but he made it. And he'll shoot one.
If anything is a foul on the follow-through, not the shot itself. But
Coulter Moffitt draws the foul. Thing about Kessler Vaughn, you get within a foot and a half of him, he's going to fall.
Yeah, he's crafty, you might say. He'll earn a trip to the line for a 4-point play if he can hit the free throw.
He can cut the lead back to 3 if he makes it, which he does. Vaughn's got 8 here in the first half thanks to that 4-point play. 24-21, Preston leads. 6:15 to play here in the first half. Jones back across the timeline, gives it off on the right side, back to Schumann. Tries to go baseline, gets cut off by Bowie, bodied there by Bowie. Comes to Larson, elevates, and hits the fall-away jumper. His first 2 points of the game. Preston's lead back to 5. Bowie has it in the left corner. Turns, shoots over Schumann. That's no good. Long rebound's going to be chased down by Ontiveros. Comes back to Contreras. Back to Bowie, down low for the layup. Here comes Schumann back up the floor. They're going so fast, I can't tell any stories.
Right.
Harris down to the left block. Bodies a couple of times with Smith. Now drop step. Smith blocks it. Saves it on the floor. Picked up there by Vaughn. Here comes Vaughn again back the other way. Gets back up into the front 47 feet. Goes to Contreras on the left side. Back to Vaughn. Back out to Bowie. A three from straight away. No good. As the rebound's off to Knapp just back into the game. He'll give it back to Jones with his 2 fouls back into the game as well. 3-point lead for the Indians, 26-23. As Jones out near the timeline, comes around the screen. Smith pops out the double team as they get it to Larson. Now back to Smith along the sideline. Back to Larson. Back to Jones in the corner. Jones has it there. Comes across the paint. Blocked by Contreras. Controlled by Contreras. Jones almost stole it back, but the Thunder able to control it.
I think Jones was worried about the shot clock. Thought he had to get one up.
As Schumann reaches in, pokes it away from Bowie, and pokes it out of bounds. Hunter Cardell, a sophomore, into the game, as Parker Smith will come out.
Yeah, the Thunder, Dan, only have one junior on the varsity roster. Couple sophomores, one junior, and the rest seniors, and one of the sophomores is now Cordell.
Vaughn lobs it to Ontiveros. Back to Vaughn, tries to run the baseline, gets cut off. Over to Contreras, a three from the right corner is no good. Poked away as it's going to come to the Indians. Front court, all the way, look out, blocking foul, wow.
Big collision. The problem the Pocatello defender had is he didn't establish defensive guarding position. And yeah, Schumann was kind of falling down and a little out of control, but the defender had never established that position.
It looked almost like Schumann was ducked his shoulder and just jammed his shoulder into him and initiated the contact, but they called the block nonetheless. First free throw is good by Schumann, and this tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Schumann misses the second. Preston's lead remains 27-23. Vaughn, Contreras, now back to Bowie, back to Contreras, give it to Vaughn, free throw line extended left. Back to Ontiveros in the paint. Down low, goes right through the hands of Cordell and out of bounds.
Winder giving up about 8 inches there in the post. Forces Ontiveros to pass. He rifled one too hard for the guy only 4 feet away from him.
In both of the previous games, though, when Winder's come into play against Ontiveros, he's done very, very well.
Yeah, he did a good job on that battle, too.
Back down low to Harris. Harris back to the basket. Spins, tries to go around Ontiveros, gets down low in the paint, tries to get him up in the air, fall away jumper, nope, he traveled.
I didn't say, he lifted the pivot foot. Harris trying to find a way up and over the 6'10" Ontiveros.
And then coming up the floor, Ontiveros gives him a two-hand shove in the middle of the back. Harris goes out, Ontiveros goes out. 27-23, Preston leads. 3:40 to play here in the second quarter. Bowie on the left angle, give it back out top to Vaughn. Back to Contreras. Back to Bowie in the corner. Skip pass. Comes all the way over. Back to Cordell. Tries to drive in the paint. Can't get a shot. Turnaround jumper's no good. Bowie has the rebound. Goes back up. That's going to spin in and out. Stays out. And the rebound's off to Winder.
Indians dodged the bullet there. Bowie point blank isn't going to miss many of those.
Nope, he's sure not. Jones back up in the front court. Clock runs down to 3:10. Top of the key. Give it back to Larson. Quick three over the top of Bowie. No good. Winder's got an offensive rebound this time. Brings it back out and gives it off to Jones on the angle right. Jones double team. Drives on Contreras. Gets down along the baseline. Finds himself in trouble. Kicks it back out. Larson for a three. No good. Rebound comes off. Up high is Cordell to pull it down. He'll give it to Vaughn. Quickly back up into the front court with 2:40 to play here in the first half. Comes back to Smith, just back into the game as Vaughn tries to drive, stumbles going through a traffic, looks at the officials and yells, why wasn't there a foul? Because you stumbled, that's why. As Moffitt for a three, that's no good. And Smith with good position in front of Larson grabs the rebound.
So after a frenetic scoring pace in the first quarter, things have slowed down a little bit here in the second.
And Joe Green wants another timeout. 2:16 to play here in the quarter. 27-23, Preston leads. The timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. You ladies, remember to stop in and update your look at Magnolia Road. You'll find them in downtown Preston. This is Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
Pocatello has outscored the Indians 9-5 here in the quarter, but Preston still leads 27-23 with 2:16 left in the quarter. Ball comes into Contreras. Comes back over as May back into the game. Smith has to chase it back in the backcourt as it comes back to Vaughn. Back to Ontiveros at the left elbow. Give it back to Contreras. He'll shoot there. Nope, he tried to throw it down low, and it's picked off by the Indians. It's deflected and comes back over to Jones. Quickly up into the front court. Drew will slow the ball down as they'll give it off to Schumann. Go under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Schumann to Harris on the angle left, down low. It comes back to Larson, and Larson is had the ball stripped away by Smith. Nope, they just call it out of bounds.
Wow. Again, trying to take advantage of a size mismatch down in the low post by posting Larson up.
Bowie comes back in as Contreras will go to the bench. 1:43 to play, 27-23 Preston. As they lob it into Harris. Out near the right elbow. Tries to spin on Smith. Runs into him. Smith bodies up on him a couple of times. Harris shoots over and makes it. Harris.
You might say they're letting him play, Dan.
Harris has 8 in the first quarter, and Preston leads 29-23. Back down low, Contreras. His little hook shot's no good. Rebound is off to May, down low. Back to Bowie, lay it up and in.
It's twice in the first half. Two Indians have had a rebound and let it squirt away to a Pocatello player. That one turns into points for Pocatello.
1:10 to play in the half. Preston's lead back to 4. As it comes back to Jones in the front court. He'll pull it back out top. Bounce the ball to Harris just above the free throw line. 1 minute to play as they give it back to Jones. As Smith comes out to try to double team. Jones back to Contreras on the angle right. He'll back it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As now it's Ontiveros popping way out. Larson for 3 and hits it over May.
First 3 of the game for Reggie comes at a great time for the Indians.
Vaughn into the front court. He'll pop a 2 and hit it from the right side. Vaughn's got 10 in the first half. Preston's lead is 5 at 32-27. 24 seconds to play in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Preston can hold for the last shot as Smith creeps out on Harris just to try to make him move the ball as it comes to Jones. Jones has it poked away by May, but he's able to get it back. 8 seconds in the quarter. 7, 6. Jones tries to drive, elevates from the left, from the right side, no good. Bowie has it. He'll launch from backcourt, and it's no good. It hit off the rim and almost went in, but it stayed out. And Preston will have a 5-point lead going to the halftime locker room. 32-27, the halftime score. Stay tuned. The Puppy Steps Training post-game show will come up. We'll talk about the first half and what Preston needs to do for the second half here as well. Your score at halftime. You look at it if you're watching on My Local Radio. It's 32-27. Preston leads. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
And welcome back here to Preston Gym. Time for the Puppy Steps Training halftime report as Preston leads by 5 at the halftime break, 32-27. I don't know, Lyle. You get the feeling this is not going to be who's going to be the better shooters, but whether who's run the most getting ready for the game.
Right. Who's going to survive the track meet, especially that first quarter. Really well played first quarter. The second quarter teams missed some more shots, but still, the Indians put up 32 in the first half, which is right about their season average, or if you track the 64 for the game. And they can't complain about having a 5-point lead at halftime over a very good, very motivated Pocatello team. Bowie came out from the very first time he touched the ball, hit a 3, and he made it clear that he's here to try to win this one and give it everything he's got tonight.
What we mentioned in the first half, the thing for the first 2 games that Preston had was they got out to very quick starts. Well, 22 points in the first quarter was a great start for them, but they were held only 10 in the second.
Yeah, they missed some shots in the second quarter that were good shots. They're still trying to exploit matchups and mismatches every time they can. The refs are letting a lot of things go, which tends to favor the more physical team, and sometimes that's Pocatello. So the Indians will have to just match the physicality of the Thunder and adjust to the refereeing in the second half.
I don't want to say you don't expect offense out of Kessler Vaughn, but 10 points from him in the first half has to be a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, he played really well in that half. He was dialed in. As a senior, I think he's a 3-year starter. You expect him to come out and play well. But, like I said, the Indians had some great contributions off the bench in that first half. Carson Winder, Coulter Moffitt came in and really gave them a nice boost in that first half off the bench. So that bodes well for the Indians in terms of depth and staying power and attracting to the game.
Cruz Harris seemed very motivated down low.
Yeah, against Century the other night, Cruz was a little passive, trying to get his guys involved, pass the ball instead of shoot. He was dialed in tonight. A couple times he struggled with their length inside, particularly shooting over on the barrels, but he still comes up with 8 points in that first half and worked really hard inside for the Indians.
This is the Puppy Steps Training halftime report. Puppy Steps Training is an 8-week board and train program designed to give your puppy a head start in life. Wouldn't your life be better with a well-trained dog from Puppy Steps Training? We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the numbers from the first half. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wills, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
All right, time to take a look at the numbers from the first half. As the stats from the first half brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364. For the Thunder in the first half, Julian Bowie had 10. Hunter May did not score. Drew Contreras did not score. Kessler Vaughn also had 10 in the first half. Cordell did not score. Parker Smith had a total of 3, and it was 4 points in the first half for Gage Ontiveros.
For the Preston Indians side, Dan, we'll start with the team stats. The Indians shot it well in that first half. They go 10 for 15 on twos, 3 for 8 on threes, and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Individual scoring, Cruz Harris had 8 points. As we said, he goes 4 for 5. Drew Jones played, then he sat out with 2 fouls. He did not score in that first half. He attempted 2 shots. Titan Knapp also played and did not score. Jake Schumann with 8 in that first half. He had 2 twos, a 3, and a free throw. Reggie Larson was 7. He had a couple of 2-point buckets and then a 3-pointer there towards the end of the second quarter for 7. Coulter Moffitt off the bench with 5. He had 2-pointer, then he had a 3-pointer at the end of the first quarter, right at the buzzer to beat the buzzer. And Carson Winder comes in with 4 points off the bench with a 2 and a couple of free throws. So 9 points off the bench for the Indians in that first half. And Moffitt and Winder also contributed some good defense. So they didn't really go deeper than that. We didn't see any of the other bench guys in that first half. But they may need, we'll see how it goes. They may need to, if the pace is this fast again in the second half, they may have to go a little deeper in the bench.
This has been the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report. The second half coming up right after this.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs. As we get ready for the second half, Lyle, we have one score we can pass along. Westside is leading with 2:55 left in the second quarter at Bear Lake tonight. Westside is leading 34-11.
Wow, so that's a surprising score. Bear Lake, number 1 seed in that district tournament, and it's at Bear Lake, so great start to the game there for the Pirates.
Preston leads here 32-27 as we get ready to start the third. The third quarter tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. They have all the parts you need to keep your car or truck running strong. Stop in for yourself at 17 South State Street in Preston. Pocatello will have the ball to start the second half. Preston will go from left to right across your radio dial here in the second half as well as it comes to Ontiveros, top of the key. Ontiveros tries to throw it back to Smith, who fell down, and then Preston tried to get it ahead to Harris, and Harris fumbled it out of bounds.
Both teams with kind of unforced error turnovers there to start the third quarter. And we'll try it again. Inbounds to Bowie once again. Schumann, Dan, has no fouls on him. Maybe he can be a little more aggressive guarding Bowie here in the second half.
Contreras to Smith. Back to Vaughn. Now get it into Ontiveros at the left elbow. Back out top to Smith again. He'll take a three from straight away, and it's good.
Smith, about 6'4". He causes matchup problems because he shoots it really well from the perimeter like you saw there.
Pair of threes in the game for Smith. He has 6. Jones holds it on the right side. Gives it back to Larson. Larson, crossover dribble, drives, goes over Bowie, can't get the layup to fall, and Ontiveros is there to gobble up the rebound. Quickly ahead to Bowie into the front court. Bowie will elevate for 3 in the lead. No, it will not go down. Knapp able to grab the rebound, gives it off to Larson. Preston leads by 2, 32-30. Just a minute gone here in the quarter number 3. First half with 3 lead changes. That was it. Preston led most of the way. Jones bounce it to Harris at the left elbow. Harris comes across the free throw line, now on the right side, turns. Kick it back outside to Schumann. Schumann gets the ball stripped away there by Smith. Too much fancy footwork and not enough to putting the ball up.
Yeah, again, driving in and then turning the back to the defender and getting it stolen away.
Vaughn hits the little short jumper for the tie. Vaughn has a dozen in the first half. That's the first time we're tied, and Jones wants a timeout. A minute and a half gone here in the second half. 32-32 tie. As the timeout here brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, if it's tops, bottoms, shoes, I have it all at Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Indians have the ball out of the timeout. Here in quarter number 3, tied at 32. As they lob it inside as it comes to Larson. Turns, shoots over Vaughn and hits it.
Reggie Larson deadly in the mid-range here tonight. That's 3 mid-range jumper that he's drained.
Bowie gets it up in the front court, comes to Ontiveros. Over in the left corner, it goes to Contreras, tries to drive the baseline, gets around his man Harris and lays it in.
Yeah, we didn't have a secondary defender to rotate over and stop the drive, stop ball.
First points in the game for Contreras. We're tied at 34 as Jones takes it back down to the left corner. All the way now down to the right block, rather. Get it back outside to Larson in the right corner. He holds it there as Vaughn comes out to match up on him. He's double teamed as they try to get it back to Knapp, get it out of the double team, and Knapp lost it, and Bowie ends up with it back up in the front court. Bowie will elevate for 3 in the lead. Good.
Yeah, Larson kind of got trapped in the corner that last time down.
Tried to get it out though to Knapp, and then Knapp fumbled the ball away, and they turned it into a 3. Schumann, Ontiveros pops out on him. Schumann holds it there, back to Jones on the angle right. Wants to go back down in the right corner, gets cut off by Contreras. Makes his way through there. Now back to Harris for a 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. Topped out to Bowie, he'll give it to Vaughn, back up in the front court. They can extend their lead as Vaughn has it, tries to throw himself down low, but he's still able to make the layup. Vaughn has 14, they lead by 5, and Jones wants a timeout. 39-34, timeout Indians. It's a full timeout. timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in at Magnolia Road. Check out their selections available in most sizes. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and West Side activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
Preston has the ball out of the timeout. They get it up in the front court. Schumann has it across the top of the key. Comes back to Larson. As Larson goes right back, he lost it. Picked up there as they'll get it ahead to Bowie in the front court. Bowie 1-on-2, and he traveled.
Could be a travel.
Oh, they're going to call it a foul. He ran 4 steps, but they're going to call a foul before the shot. Foul's going to go on Winder just back into the game.
Winder hustled down and prevented a dunk from Bowie, but yeah, it looked to me like a travel on the approach.
Bowie, baseline front court to bring it in. He'll finally throw it way out near the timeline as it comes to Smith. He'll give it back to Vaughn. Vaughn looks inside. He'll go back to Smith. Now back to Vaughn again. Bounce it to Contreras at the top of the key. Back to Contreras. Contreras, 16-footer straight away is good. They're not missing the shots they missed in the first half, and they lead by 41-34.
Yeah, Coach Jones has burned a couple timeouts trying to slow the Pocatello momentum, but they still have it right now. Too many turnovers for the Indians.
7-point lead for Pocatello. That's their biggest lead of the game. Harris inside, trying to fight his way through. And again, he'll draw the foul, but it's before the shot on the floor. As the foul is going to go against Smith, and that'll be Parker's first. First foul against the Thunder, so team fouls even at 1 apiece. 3:41 to play here in the third. Comes into Harris at the free throw line. Cruz drives, drop step, throws it up and around Oliveros. As tried to get it, and Preston knocked it away on the exit pass. As it comes back to Jones. Jones will pull the ball back out. They'll come around the screen, set by Winder. A long 3 by Jones. He made it.
Boy, big time 3, much needed.
Off balance, but it went in. Vaughn has it on the right side. Free throw line extended there. 3:05 to play in the quarter. Vaughn drives, finds himself down in the paint. Back out to Contreras for 3. Hit it.
Coach Jones wanted a moving screen on Oliveros that freed up Contreras.
Jones back up in the front court. Comes to Schumann. 44-37. The lead is 7 again. Comes back to Larson. Larson throws it down low to Schumann. He's double teamed along the block and a foul. Now is it in front on Contreras or from behind on Bowie?
Let's see.
It's going to go on Bowie. So Bowie coming in from behind will draw his first foul. That's 2 against Pocatello here in the quarter. And Preston will have the ball baseline front court as Bowie's going to come out. May comes back into the game. Lob it inside as it comes to Larson. Larson in the paint. Jumper. Fouls. Good. Gets a count. They're going to count the shot.
Counter.
Yes. Foul's going to go against Contreras, his first. Larson has the shot. He has 9 in the game. He can make it 10 as Preston cuts the lead back down to 5 again at 44-39. Titan Knapp's going to come back in. That's going to put Winder back to the bench. And Larson goes to the free throw line. West Motors helps bring you tonight's game. They are the only stop you'll need to make for new or used cars in Preston or in Logan. As Larson misses the free throw. Oliveros has the rebound. He'll give it to Vaughn, who walks the dribble back up in the front court. Comes back to Contreras, top of the key. Hand it back there, I should say Oliveros gives it back to Contreras. And the little soft bouncer falls in.
Contreras on fire in the third. Not a guy you expect to put that many on you.
He didn't score in the first half, and he has 9 here in the quarter. 46-39. As Preston trails by 7, that's going to go back to the Indians. Tell you what, as Bowie's going to come back in, and May's jumping around like somebody just put a firecracker in his shorts.
As is Coach Green. Schumann will inbounds for the Indians.
They'll get it into Jones. Green's riding the officials as they get the ball back in. Jones, he'll look at a 3 and hit it. You need Drew to start heating up.
For sure.
Smith in the front court to Contreras. Back down low to Ontiveros for the easy layup. His first points of the second half. 48-42. Preston trails by 6 with 1 minute and 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Jones driving. Gets straight, drives, and a foul down low is going to go on Ontiveros. Good play by Jones to lean in. Ontiveros draws the foul. His first, team's fourth. As Vaughn, it looks like he'll be back in at the next whistle as Jones goes to the free throw line here. First one is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Stop by Naylor Insurance and find out how much you can save at 223 North State Street in Preston. They've cut the lead down to 5. Jones back to the free throw line to shoot another. As he makes them both. Drew's got 8, and the lead is 4. 48-44.
8 in the quarter for Drew, 8 in the quarter for Contreras, the guy he's guarding.
Bowie, too strong. Air ball pulled down by Jones. Cut off by Vaughn in the backcourt. In the corner. Three-pointer there by who was that?
Moffitt.
It was Moffitt for 3. Cuts the lead down to 1. 48-47. Bowie has it top of the key. He'll launch a 3. Good. Bowie's got 16. The lead's back to 4. 53 seconds to play here in the third. Knapp comes out to set the screen. Jones comes around it. Working against May. Scoop shot around May, but he traveled.
Yeah. Coach Jones arguing for the push, but if it was not a foul, it probably was a trouble. Yeah.
You're right. And the thing is, Pocatello shoves on every play like that. As Ontiveros comes down and throws a forearm right in front of the officials into Knapp with no call. As Vaughn rises from the elbow, that's no good. And a foul from behind on Ontiveros.
Yeah.
That'll be 2 on him. And that's going to be free throws for the Indians as that's 5.
Should be Knapp, I think, to go to the line. Player got fouled.
I believe so. So Titan will go to the free throw line. Preston trails by 4 with 30 seconds to play in the quarter. As they want people to back up because Vaughn has gone all the way back down and was standing at the baseline backcourt.
Yep. So Knapp missed the first.
Titan with the second. That's good. Believe it or not, that's Knapp's first point of the game. 51-48. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Bowie has it in the front court. 18 seconds. Shot clock is off. They can hold it as long as they want. As it comes to Vaughn with 12. He'll give it back to Bowie with 10 on the clock. Bowie still out near the timeline. Comes around the screen with 6, with 5. Rises for a 3. No good. Tapped inside. It comes to Moffitt. He'll throw it the length of the court, but it's going to be short. And Preston will trail by 3 going to the fourth quarter. 51-48. As Pocatello outscored them by 7 in the third. We'll go to the fourth on the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hey Preston, looking for a cool spot to chill and grab some awesome food? Head to the Hangout at 23 South State Street. We're not just a restaurant, we're your go-to spot to hang with your family and friends. Pool tables, games, great vibes, and the same amazing pizza you loved from the Slice. Swing by the Hangout today.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Well, we'll start the fourth quarter. Preston trails 51-48. The fourth quarter brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Remember, you can order their world-class jerky online at papajs.com. Preston has the ball to start the quarter as Schumann into the front court. They'll give it off to Harris. Comes back to Schumann. Schumann takes Bowie down into the corner. Back to Jones. Jones now back to Schumann again. Look inside, they're double-teaming Knapp, so it comes back outside to Harris. 14 on the clock. Harris holds the top of the key, tries to lob it down low as it comes back outside to Moffitt again. Back to Harris. Gets Ontiveros up in the air. Ontiveros blocks it from behind, but it comes back out to Jones with 2 on the clock. A 3 is no good to beat the buzzer. Tapped by Bowie, controlled by Bowie. Good play by the Indians, at least get a shot there.
Yeah.
As Bowie gets it back up into the front court. He'll lob it to Ontiveros at the left elbow. Wants to back in. Jones got a hand on it. Comes back to Ontiveros, back to Contreras, back down low. Smith, he'll wait for Harris to fly by, and he missed the layup. Taken away by Knapp on the rebound. Here comes Harris back up into the front court. Minute gone here in the fourth. Neither team has scored a point yet here in the quarter as it comes back to Jones. So Preston still trails by 3, 51-48. The fourth quarters have decidedly belonged to Pocatello in the first 2 meetings. Schumann able to go up around Ontiveros and get it in.
Pretty little move. You know, and Pocatello scored 24 in that third quarter. That's the A game from Pocatello. That's as well as they can play.
And a timeout called. What do we got?
Timeout?
A timeout?
What is the call?
Not sure what they're going to call. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Stoppage in play. Bench guys come in, and they're just giving it back to Pocatello on the side out of bounds.
Let's just blow the whistle, allow Pocatello to make subs just in the middle of the play. Okay, whatever. 51-50. Preston trails by a point as May back into the game. Tries to drive baseline, gets cut off. As it comes back to Contreras. Inside, Ontiveros turns in the paint. And it goes in and it counts. Foul's going to be on Titan Knapp. That's his first.
I think they're going to say Knapp was pushing him down low. It was not any contact up by the arm or hand.
So Ontiveros gives Pocatello a 3-point lead. Now tries to complete the 3-point play, but he missed as May taps it, as it's going to stay in the possession of Pocatello until May threw it right to Larson. Here comes Larson into the front court, driving, blocked by Smith, picked up by May in the corner. They'll get it back to Vaughn, back up in the front court. Vaughn on the angle left, bounces it down low to Ontiveros. Backs in, shoots over the top of Knapp and gets it in.
Jones arguing for a travel, but
he now wants 10. Yeah. Now has 10 in the game. As Jones double teamed, races it down into the corner, elevates for a 3. That's no good. Rebound is off to Larson. Larson in the paint, puts it back up. Tapped inside by Schumann. No. Puts it back up. No on the little layup. As it comes off to Ontiveros and a foul on the Indians.
Yeah, I think they'll get Schumann. Let's see. Number 3. Yeah, that's Schumann.
Bowie comes back in. Contreras goes back to the bench. 55-50. Pocatello leads. The loser of this game will host Century on Tuesday. And Jones wants a timeout. 5:24 to play here in the quarter. The timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Stop in and update your look today, ladies, at 12 North State Street in Preston. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Preston led by as many as 10 in the first half. They led by 5 at halftime, and they trail by 5 here with 5:24 to go in the fourth quarter.
Pocatello riding a 24-point third quarter to get that lead. Now Bowie with the ball, see if he can add to it.
Bowie into the front court, looks down the left side, works against Schumann, comes around the screen, drives down the middle, rides it up and in, and a dunk and no basket as the shot was going to be by Bowie and it wasn't going to go in. And the foul is going to go on Knapp. That's going to be his second.
Navarro's trying for the follow slam, but it's all waved off.
That's the third team foul against the Indians in the quarter, and none yet against Pocatello as Julian Bowie will go to the line. He has 16 in the game, and he misses the first.
A rare miss for Bowie from the free throw line. Excellent free throw shooter.
Stokes Market True Value helps bring you tonight's game with the freshest meat and produce you'll find throughout the Cache Valley. Bowie missed them both, and then Smith knocked it out of bounds.
Smith and Harris battling down there. Boy, really going at it.
Bowie still needed about 18 points to reach 2,000 for his career at Pocatello. He has 16 tonight. As whistle.
Get a block on Parker.
Smith kind of comes out kind of hobbling a little bit.
Parker Smith, that is.
And a Parker Smith blocking foul is the first foul against Pocatello in the quarter. And Parker Smith is his second. Schumann will get it in. Schumann brings it into Harris, top of the key. Tried to make a break around on Averos, but forgot to take the ball with him. And gets down low, and that's going to be a foul against Smith again.
Yeah.
Smith with a blocking foul.
Like I said, it's getting really physical between Smith and Harris. Now 2 fouls, 2 quick ones on Smith.
He now has 3. Schumann again will bring it in. Bounce it inside as it comes to Knapp. Back to Schumann in the corner. Schumann will pull it back out, give it to Jones. We go under 5 minutes to play in regulation. Preston trails by 5, 55-50. Harris back into the corner, wants to drive baseline. Gets down low on Averos, holding those big arms straight up. Goes back to Larson from on the baseline. That's no good. Bowie has the rebound there. Bowie kicks it forward. Been kicked up by Jones, and Jones wants a timeout before they can call a traveling violation.
They're going to give the ball to Preston, I think.
What is Green doing way out on the floor?
Now the refs are shooing him all the way back.
Green walked all the way out past the logo to argue with the officials. Timeout Jones with 4:31 to play. And now they're trying to hold Green back and keep him back over at the bench. Timeout here. We'll take it as here with 4:31 to play. It's still 55-50. Pocatello leads. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
North Star's Ultimate Outdoors is the best provider of power sport vehicles right here in downtown Preston. Vehicles and equipment from brand names that you know and trust, like Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. Stop in and let us get you ready for your next adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street, Preston. All of a sudden, it's getting interesting here at Preston Gym.
Well, tension and emotions have been running high. They continue to do so. Coach Green thought that Bowie was interfered with after he rebounded that ball. But Drew Jones came up with it, slid about 8 feet on his back, and Coach Jones called the timeout.
His feet weren't on the ground. That's not a travel.
Yeah, it was not a travel.
And Coach Jones called a timeout before they could tie the ball up. So if the Indians get the ball after the timeout. That's the third Indian timeout. They have 2 left by my count, 3 for Pocatello. Jones has it in the corner. Down low, it comes to Larson. Larson kicks it back out to Harris. Drives. Flips it up at the basket. That's not a good shot. And then Smith is standing on the baseline as he throws it back in bounds.
Yeah, they're gonna give it back to Preston here. Yeah, as you said, Smith was standing on the baseline. Ball in his hand.
They're letting Ontiveros change too many shots.
Yeah, they're letting a lot of physical play go inside, which tends to favor Ontiveros, the bigger player.
Jones has it in the right corner. He'll pull it back out. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Jones back across the top of the key. He's double teamed there. Give it back to Harris. He'll line up a three. Too long. Bowie had the rebound. Knocked away by Knapp. Controlled by Knapp. Back to Schumann. Lay it up and in.
They're calling Kessler Vaughn trying to take the charge. What's the call? I don't see the indication from the official. Oh, they're calling Schumann with a charge?
No basket.
Oh, wow.
Foul on Schumann, charging.
Well, that's the makeup call, but Coach Green ran out to half court and got one. He complained about the last set of calls. So
that's not a good call.
So wipes away a critical basket that Preston needed by Jake Schumann, and he'll pick up a foul on a charge.
And Jones comes out and yells at Green, okay, now we're even, and Green starts to laugh. So here's Vaughn back up in the front court. Vaughn back to Contreras. Throws it behind Smith, but he's able to control it. Goes up, has his shot blocked. Controls it, gets it back. Tapped by Ontiveros is no good. Preston fouls for the rebound down low. It's loose. It's still loose. It's going to roll out of bounds to who? Pocatello.
Wild scrum. About 6 different guys touched it. Guys hitting the floor trying to pick it up.
You need to wipe up the floor. All those different bodies laying on the floor in the key. Bowie's asking to come out and wipe up a little spot of perspiration.
Yeah, they like to do player safety. They like to do that. But
3:32 left. Still a 5-point game after the basket for the Indians was wiped off last time down the floor. Bowie gets it in to Ontiveros. Back to Bowie. A three from the corner. Good.
Again, Schumann was right there with him. Just better offense.
Harris drives up the floor. Comes back to Larson in the left corner. His three from there is short. As Smith grabs the rebound. He's tied up and fouled in the backcourt. The foul's going to go on Schumann. Larson changed that shot so drastically it came up about 3 feet short.
Yeah, that was a little forced. The Indians have to keep their composure. Down 8, it's certainly not over. There's plenty of time with 3:15 and a shot clock now in high school basketball. Pocatello can't just sit on the ball and pass it around outside.
58-50. Smith is going to go to the free throw line as Preston's out of fouls. So Pocatello is going to shoot free throws the final 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the quarter. Smith to the free throw line with 6 points in the game. Make it 7 as he makes the first free throw. Tonight's game brought to you by Polar Bear Restaurant. The Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Stop by and check it out for yourself. They're at the south end of the city of Preston on Highway 91. Smith's second, no good. Tapped out as Schumann has it, tries to dribble through traffic and a whistle behind the play. As the foul's going to go on Smith on a reach-in, that's 4 on him. That's 3 fouls now on Pocatello.
Yep. So the Indians, you don't have to start shooting threes now, but you do need to go a little more quickly, just get a good shot, the first good shot.
Ball comes into Jones up into the front court. Jones looks down low, nobody there. Get up top to Larson, it goes through his hands. He's able to chase it down before it goes out of bounds. 3 minutes to play. Larson back to Harris on the left side. Back across the top of the key with Bowie on him. Give it back to Jones. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Jones in the right corner. Pops, looks good. Don't go down. As Smith with the rebound has it stripped away by Harris. And Harris has it down low, and they're going to call a holding foul. And if it's on Smith, it's 5.
That's a key one.
He's walking to the bench. He knows it is. Smith fouls out with 2:42 to play. So Hunter May is going to come back in. Moffitt's going to come back in for Knapp. Still a 9-point game. Pocatello leading.
Yeah, not shooting. That's only 4 in the quarter on Pocatello.
So now Pocatello's out of fouls. as Harris gets it back down low, back out to Moffitt. 3, that's short. As the foul rebound comes off to Bowie. All of a sudden, Preston's feeling the nerves and everything. The shooting is short. And we got, what have we got? A foul, pushing foul. That's it. Ontiveros decided he wanted to shove Harris again and coming up the court. And this time the official saw it.
Yeah.
So Harris will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Green saying, what do you mean he pushed him? This is exactly what he said. He pushed him with 2 hands right in the middle of the back.
Yeah, he's trying to come down, and Preston coaches are now gesturing in the fans, asking the referees to take action against some Pocatello fans, I think, that are overboard.
The official walked down and talked to, I think, the principal from Pocatello down at the left end of the court, down by the Pocatello bench.
They're having a discussion now.
I think somebody throws something on the court.
Yeah.
As they're talking to.
Yeah, one of the Preston assistants went out and picked something up off the court, and they were gesturing that it came from the Pocatello side.
Talking to some younger people sitting to our left. And now Drew Jones comes over. He's looking up at the people standing along the railing. Now wait a minute, wasn't it supposed to be? This was supposed to be free throws, was it not? On the pushing foul against Ontiveros, they getting the ball out of bounds.
5 fouls. Well, maybe it's player control, but I thought they should have shot free throws.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been offensive foul. So it comes back to Larson. 2:15 to play. Larson for 3. That's no good. Moffitt has the rebound inside. Tries to dribble it back out. He's double teamed. They whip it all the way back around to Jones. He'll take a 3. That's no good. Tipped inside by Harris. No good. Rebound is off to Ontiveros. Ontiveros has it stripped away. Back to Moffitt. Again, Green's running out on the floor. It comes back again to Moffitt along the baseline. Can't get a shot. Back down low to Larson. He's shoved twice by Vaughn. Foul on Vaughn. Foul's going to go on Kessler Vaughn. That's just his first. Vaughn said, I'm just trying to get to the ball. Well, you pushed him once, and the second time, yeah, you may have pushed the ball, but 1:51 to play.
Reggie Larson will go to the line now. Try to bring the Indians within 7 if he can knock them both down here.
First one, no good. All of a sudden, Preston can't make a shot.
Yeah, Preston's gone cold at a really bad time to go cold here.
They have 2 points in 6 minutes plus of the quarter. Second one by Larson is good. Larson's got 10. He's in double figures again tonight. As they get it back up in the front court, Contreras back over to May for a 3, no good. Long rebounds controlled by Jones. He'll bring it back up the floor with 1:39 to play. Back to Harris, lay it up and in. Harris gets the layup and a timeout called by, I believe, the Indians. A full timeout.
Yep. I think that was Preston that called it.
Preston had down to 1 timeout left. It's a 6-point game with 1:33 to play. Timeout Indians brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, they'll update your look at Magnolia Road. You'll find them in downtown Preston. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
All right, 1:33 to play. Preston trails by 6, 59-53. Both teams are out of fouls. They'll shoot free throws on any whistle called. And the possession arrow is in direction of Pocatello. Pokey has the ball backcourt. Preston shows full court pressure.
Preston with their starting 5 in, other than Coulter Moffitt, now in for Knapp, give them more perimeter defense and three-point shooting.
Comes into Moe, but to Bowie rather, gives it to May, now back to Bowie. See how much they'll just let the clock run. 1:20 to play, 23 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to try to spread the floor and burn the clock up here. As Vaughn wants to drive, starts to penetrate, and will give it back to Contreras. Contreras goes back to Bowie. Bowie launches a 3 and a whistle again as Bowie's going to shoot 3 free throws again. Boy, doesn't this look familiar.
It's the patented jump into the guy when you shoot a three-pointer.
So Bowie back to the free throw line to shoot 3. He's got 19 in the game, and he can extend the lead back out. 1:08 to play. The first free throw is no good. Where was that a year ago?
Yeah. So he'll get 2 more, though, being fouled on the three-point shot.
Second one is good. Yeg gives him 20, makes the lead 7.
Now you got to box out hard.
60 to 53. He makes the second one, the third one as well. That's 3:21 in the game for Bowie. He makes 2 out of 3 and a timeout called by Pocatello. 61-53, 1:08 to play. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on mylocalradio.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. Now Preston's got their work cut out for them. They're down by 8 with a minute to play. Jones up into the front court. Jones will stop, look at a 3, make it. They trap the ball in the back court. They almost take it away, but they get it out to Contreras. And a foul in the corner.
So that'll be May. Looks like May will shoot free throws here.
May's going to go shoot some free throws. Fouls on Moffitt. Just his second. So May's going to go shoot free throws. See if he can miss at least one, like Bowie did a moment ago with 52 seconds left. It's a 5-point game, 61-56.
Of course, the Indians can't just trade baskets at this point. They got to get an advantage every time down on offense.
First one by May was good. His first point of the game.
You mentioned earlier, May, the lone junior on the Pocatello roster, hits a big free throw for him there.
He can take the lead back to 7 if he makes this one. Missed it. 6-point lead, 2-possession game, 62-56. Harris into the front court. He'll give it to Larson. Larson almost lost the ball as Contreras reached in to poke it away. 40 seconds to play. Jones takes it down into the corner. He'll rise for a 3. That's no good. He just threw it at the basket as another foul in the backcourt against Moffitt.
Jones trying to pick up the same foul that Bowie picked up, jumping into the guy when you shoot a 3, but he doesn't get the whistle that Bowie got.
Moffitt called for the foul. That's going to be his 3rd. And Contreras will go back to the free throw line. Thing is, Jones didn't look to get it, kick it back out. He just automatically went up.
Yeah, he just made the previous 3 and probably felt like he was feeling it.
Contreras makes that. Lead is 7 again, 63-56. Second one, good again. Contreras has 11. 9 of those came in the third quarter. As Larson, a long three, banks it in. Timeout. It's back to 5 points again, 64-59 with 28 seconds left.
Answered prayer there. Larson banks in a 40-footer.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well with 28 seconds left. Brought to you by Magnolia Road. We'll be back right after this timeout on the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Problem is, all the refs are looking forward, not back.
Ontiveros is standing all by himself back here at the other end of the floor as the Pocatello gets it in. Bowie fouled in the backcourt, taken away by Schumann, laying up and in. It's a 3-point game with 19 seconds left as they lose the ball up in the front court and they call a foul. Vaughn just lost the ball and they're going to call a foul on the Indians. He's going to say it was a holding foul on Schumann and grabbed Vaughn's arm. He just lost the ball and threw it forward.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Anyways, that's what I saw.
So the foul goes on Harris. That's just his first. He needs to make one to make it a 2-possession game. Just like that. Vaughn's got 15. 65-61. The second free throw. Missed it. Harris has it in the backcourt. You got to hurry. Get it up in the front court. As it comes to Larson, he'll force up another three. That's an air ball and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, ideally you'd like to see him going forward, body momentum forward a little more on that shot, but it's a 40-footer either way.
Either way, Bowie can shoot him from there. Larson probably can't.
Yeah.
9.8 seconds left, 4-point game. Comes into Bowie as they try to strip it away from him. As they throw it back to Vaughn. Vaughn will run it up into the front court. Now turn around and he's chased down there by Harris and fouled with 2.4 left. And it's Academic. As everyone on the Pocatello bench is standing again. They spend more time standing than they do sitting. Here's Vaughn at the free throw line. First one is no good. (65-61), 2.5 seconds left. If you're Pocatello, you just let him shoot. Don't foul him no matter what you do. Second one is good. They'll get it in. Comes to Larson. Larson's going to try a long three. It's no good. And Preston loses tonight by 5. Final score 66-61, which means Preston's going to have to play Century on Tuesday night, and that game should be back here.
Yeah, should be here.
As Preston is the number 1 seed, both teams having lost, they will play to take on Pocatello in the championship bracket. But first, Preston will have to do away with Century coming up on Thursday. 66-61 the final. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is next. Stay with us on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch. Relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road. Ladies, Stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Welcome back here to Preston Gym tonight as the Pocatello Thunder come to Preston and win Game 2 of the district tournament by the final score of 66-61. They now take a home court advantage going into the rest of the tournament, as if Preston has any designs on going to state, they have to beat Pocatello twice now.
Yeah, exactly right. As much as we, in the spirit of the heat of the moment, like to complain about the refereeing and so forth, the bottom line was Pocatello played better tonight.
Right.
They came and did what they had to do. They looked like the more poised team in that fourth quarter. They had the poise, and they did what they needed to do. Hats off to them. But the Indians, hey, you still got everything to play for. You regroup, you play Century next week, And then you got to go win at least once in the pit. You know that, but you've already done that once this year if you're the Indians, so that's okay. But the Indians, finished with 61, which is not bad, but you give up 66, and that's the ball game.
You talk about how Pocatello did what they needed to do to win. One of the things they did what they needed to do is they scored 24 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, they came out really hot in that quarter. Contreras, who we mentioned didn't score at all in the first half, comes out and knocks down at least 9, and he barely missed in that quarter.
Right.
Bowie continued to hit big shots and just kind of steadily produce on the scoring for them. And they turned us over in that fourth quarter. I think we lost our poise a little bit.
Yep.
And then they hit enough free throws, Pocatello, to keep us at bay down the stretch.
And I think we lost our shot selection knowledge, if you call it that, in the third quarter, and that kind of carried over into the fourth as well. The shots we got weren't very good shots.
Yeah, a little bit of panic set in, and as you say, the quality of the shots we were taking went down, and that proved to be a tough one. All those, we'll look at the numbers in a minute, but overall the Indians really shot it decently well from the floor and the free throw line, but just couldn't quite get enough stops tonight. Bowie was really good tonight for Pocatello, and then Contreras was huge in that third quarter for him.
I'm not sure how many points Bowie had in that game against Century in the last game of the regular season before he went out, but he needed 18 at that point to reach 2,000. If he didn't have it then, he certainly got it tonight as he finished tonight with 21.
Yeah, hats off. Over 2,000, as you said, on the career for Bowie, the reigning 4A Idaho Player of the Year. And he came out with kind of a little extra hop in his step, a little fire in the eye tonight. And right from the tap, showed that he was going to be aggressive, and he was. He had a great night.
Well, Pocatello wins their 18th of the year. They are now 18-5. They've won 3 in a row and 7 of their last 9. For Preston, they have their 3-game winning streak snapped. They are now 17-5 as they suffer their first loss within the district, if you want to call this still a district game in the standing, as they would be 4-1. Preston, however, still has won 11 of their last 13 games going back to the end of the holiday tournament.
Yeah, and those 2 losses in that time being to Hillcrest and Pocatello, the 2 teams that played for the 4A state championship the last 2 years in a row. So, not losing to bad teams or even mediocre teams, but still the Indians, have got to regroup. You got to focus on Century next. If you don't beat Century, you're done. You don't get to play Pocatello again. But then you got to gear up and really try to play better. If I had to put a letter grade as if I was teaching school, Pocatello played their A game tonight. This was about a B+ game for Preston. They're going to have to play their A game to beat Pocatello at the pit, no question.
Absolutely. You said call this a close game. There's a reason why Pocatello, Preston, and Hillcrest are so close together. In all of the polls, Max Preps, the Idaho Sports Media, and in the coaches poll as well, they are all deadlocked together, and you can see why here tonight.
Yeah, of course, Hillcrest, maybe all their losses are to teams outside of the state of Idaho. Yeah, now that they've got Isaac David back, they're rolling. I expect Hillcrest would roll through their district tournament. But, it sure would be fun if Preston could end Pocatello's 2-year reign of going to state out of this southeast Idaho 5th district.
Yep. Interesting. Well, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the numbers from tonight's game, see how this game exactly shook out. We'll do that as we continue right after this timeout on the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, time to take a look at the final stats from tonight's game as Pocatello wins at 66-61. And the check of the score sheet is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364 or stop by their office at 33 South 1st East in Preston. For Pocatello tonight, it was Julian Bowie. As we mentioned in the pregame show, he finished tonight with 21. Hunter May with 1 point in the game. Drew Contreras, no points in the first half. As Lyle said, he had 9 in the third quarter. He finished the game with 11. Ty Romnell played briefly, did not score. Kessler Vaughn finished with 15. It was Hunter Cordell who played briefly and also did not score in the game. Parker Smith had 7 before fouling out, and Gage Ontiveros finished tonight's game with 10.
The Preston Indians, Dan, they're led by Reggie Larson, who has 15 tonight. Reggie goes 4 for 8 on twos, 2 for 9 on threes, which included a heave at the buzzer, and 1 for 4 on free throws for those 15 points. Cruz Harris, he went 5 for 9 and 0 for 1 on threes for 10. Drew Jones scored 11. He goes 0 for 2, 3 for 7 on threes, and a big one as the Indians tried to come back in the fourth quarter, and 2 for 2 on free throws. Titan Knapp played. He went 1 for 2 from the line for a point. Jake Schumann in double figures. He had 12. He goes 4 for 7, 1 for 1 on threes, then 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Coulter Moffitt off the bench with 8. He goes 1 for 1, 2 for 5 on threes for those 8 points. And Carson Winder, 4 points off the bench. He goes 1 for 1 and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. If you look at the team stats, really not too bad for the Indians in terms of the shooting percentages. They go 15 out of 28 on twos, so of course that's better than 50%. 8 for 23 on threes, which is slightly better than the third, of course, and then 7 for 12 from the line. You'd like to do a little better than 7 for 12, but still good shooting night overall for the Indians. They put up 61. Just couldn't get enough stops as Pocatello puts up 66.
So for the Indians, they come up just short, and they'll have to line up, regroup, and try to get on Tuesday. If they beat Century, well, then they can line up again against Pocatello next Thursday night. The difference will be is that it will be at the pit. As I mentioned during the break, if there is a silver lining here, is if Preston can force a 5th game in the district tournament by beating Pocatello once next week, Game 5 should be back here.
Yeah, that's my understanding how the tournament would work, and of course that would be great to be able to play it back here. But you got to go get one against Century first, and you got to win one in the pit, which they've done already this year. They know they can do it, but they're just going to have to regroup and come back stronger next time.
Final score tonight, 66-61. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and some final thoughts from Lyle and say goodnight from here at Preston Gym as we continue right after this timeout.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You, not just a name, but a commitment.
All right, for the Indians, they have some more work to do. They've got at least one more game to play before they get another look at Pocatello. But before we say goodnight from here at the gym, Lyle, let's get some final thoughts from you.
Yeah, I thought Preston played with great energy tonight. At times lacked some execution, but still great game overall. Very well played game, great crowd, all of that. You come out and play your A-game century, hopefully get a win there. And then it's all on the line. You have nothing to lose when you go play in the pit at Pocatello.
Right.
You go give it everything you've got and leave it all on the line and try to steal one there and then get one back here. Everything, you can still go to state. I think the message from the coaches should be positive at this point. Your goals are still in front of you guys. Don't put your heads down now.
In talking to Jones a couple of times during the week that I did, he was concerned because they had a week off and played one game against Century, then had another week off. So they really had only played one game in about 15 days. So I think he was a little concerned about rust, and maybe it started to show itself a little bit.
Well, Pocatello came out and took an early lead here, but then Preston really roared back and had that 22-14 lead at the end of the first quarter. But then when Pocatello really, had that punch in the mouth with a 24-point third quarter, Preston just couldn't quite keep pace, and we talked about maybe lost a little composure, lost some shot integrity in terms of finding good shots, turned the ball over, but still rallied and battled and almost had a chance to tie it up at the end and send it to overtime.
Well, we'll do it again on Tuesday night.
It'll be fun. We'll be there.
We'll be right back here at Preston Gym. So that'll wrap up tonight's broadcast. We will tell you with the loss tonight, the Indians now move into the elimination part of the bracket, and they'll need to win to stay alive. They'll take on the Century Diamondbacks here at Preston Gym on Tuesday night in Game 3 of the district tournament. That'll be the same time as tonight, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off back here at Preston Gym. The executive producer of KCH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer tonight is Cody Olson. Our studio coordinator tonight, is John Beverly, and our stage manager here at the gym has been Don Hubbard. We now invite you to stay tuned. Coming up after a short break, we'll have a complete rebroadcast for you of the West Side at Bear Lake game tonight, as they too were playing Game 2 of their district tournaments. Remind you one more time before we go, the final scores. Pocatello comes to Preston and knocks off the Indians. Final score 66-61. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for joining us on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll talk to you Tuesday night. Have a good night, everybody, and enjoy your weekend.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.